G'day, welcome to the MacPack.
We're back.
My name's Shane McKenna, and to my left this weekend under the man on the panel, the man most likely to be seen at the Nativity. It's my little brother Joe. How are you, boy?
Yes, I'm great. And if I was at the Nativity, I'd be bringing gold. None of that frankincense and myrrh.
And to my right, coming in at 6'1", as he does each and every week, is the baby brother of the pack, who we call Junior Boy. Junior Boy, how are you?
Look, if I was at the Nativity set, I like to think I'm the guy coming out of Mary.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I'm coming in.
Oh, what did you say?
I said not the guy coming in.
Wow, what a precedent we've set for the next 50 minutes. Hopefully this isn't your first episode of the pod. We're kicking things off with a bit of a chat about the Nativity and end of school stuff. We've also got some chat about Nick Kyrgios and a little bit of news surrounding OnlyFans. Plus, Junior's got a cockroach story, and Joe's got this week's Everyday Hero. It's a massive ep. Let's get into it. Boys!
Bingos.
How are we all? Are we all well?
Fantastic. We're getting near the pointy end of the year, the greatest time of year. 'Tis the frickin' season.
There we go. Nice fresh shave as well. Big fan of the shave.
Yes, fresh cut. Shout out, Riley.
I liked how we should have, on reflection, there's a photo on Instagram that we shared tonight.
Yeah.
Would have been way funnier because you didn't really do anything today, did you?
No. Do the episode.
Yeah,
really.
just
I
do
did
the
think that.
episode with his hair looking absolutely munged. But anyway,
And then I would have grown to love it too much. I wouldn't have been able to say no.
yeah. I threw to you off the top
Yes.
with a bit of the man most likely to be at the Nativity
The
because
Nativity.
your name is Joseph, and I believe
Oh,
Joseph
yes.
was the-
Daddy-o.
was the dad of,
Yeah, adopted
husband of Mary. So the
Yeah.
the comer.
Father of Christ.
No, it was God.
The
No.
before mentioned. Oh, true.
Joseph never hit.
Yeah.
Poor
Mary,
guy.
what is it? The Virgin Mary.
The Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
The Virgin Joseph. Doesn't get called it, but probably.
And he's not that happy about it. either.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Working with wood for his job, but not in his personal life. He was a carpenter.
Okay. There you go. Wow, what a way to start the episode. Hopefully, yeah, as I mentioned off the top,
Yeah.
hopefully this isn't the first episode you're joining because it does sound like a very church-based
James Sex,
Pod.
mate.
and it just
Got the
couldn't be,
OnlyFans on the
The
pre
weird
sale.
crossover.
couldn't be further from the truth.
But I'm here
No, but 'tis the season.
Tis the season.
'Tis the silly season.
Tis the sexy season.
And it brought me back to, because obviously, you know, in school, it gets to December and you just sort of wind down.
Yep.
Basically, you're still there, but it's basically tools down, you know.
Yep.
And I feel like people do sort of carry that on to their, you know, professional life. It's December and it's a bit like, this could all kind of wait until January.
December's very much the Friday of the week. I feel like every month has you can sort of window it. Like September's definitely your Thursday. January and Feb, very much your Monday. You're hitting April, May,
Yeah.
probably around your Tuesday mark. And then once
Yeah.
you're in that June's a bit of a,
Hump day.
yeah, June's a bit of a humper.
Yeah.
And then once you're on that back ender, that's what you want. August, September, definitely your Thursday. And then basically November, December, it's Friday. Anything sort of goes.
Yeah,
You
like
get away with, yeah.
Yeah, like at work, we were working on this project. It's like pretty high intensity and stuff. I get pulled into this meeting and then we're having a chat and it's like, guys, I've got to work lunch at 12. I'm kind of heading off. And they're all like, oh, you know, fair enough. You know,
Yeah, it's December.
You got to do it, you know. But it brought me back to, obviously, primary school. You do a lot of the activities. One of my favorites was always the nativity play.
Yeah, right.
The
The staunch
nativity
Catholic
play.
you are.
Yes, I love. For those who don't know, the nativity play is obviously the play about Jesus being born.
Yep.
And as a kid, you know, it's one of the iconic roles. Two iconic roles going to Catholic school. One is if you get to play Jesus
Oh, yeah.
in the Stage of the Cross, you got to have a rig for it
Yeah,
because you're getting it out. You're getting your rig out and you're getting out to that cross and you're going to look good while it happens.
I'm very excited about it.
And obviously
You
that's
did
what,
it in your year, Joe.
no idea. No idea. I don't remember. But that's a bit of a one-man show. The nativity, everyone sort of gets against.
Who did you guys play in the nativity players when you were there?
Oh, great shout. We did ours when I was 5 and I was one of the wise men and I brought, what do they bring? First one brings gold.
Gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
I think I was Frankie. I think I brought some
Frankincense is a cool one.
Couldn't tell you what it is.
I think I was also. Oh no, I was a shepherd.
Oh.
That's cool. Yeah, so Jake, obviously,
Lord is mine.
he's gotten the wise man.
Yeah.
Probably the only role that's better than that is probably
Has-
Mary and Joseph. Jesus is played by a doll.
Yeah, true. That's a good shout.
typically.
Yep.
Yeah.
The leading doll. So I obviously, I see Jake. He absolutely killed it as wise man number 2. And I was sort of, I was being brought up like, this is that'll be me one day. I could be a wise man. I could be a 3 king,
Yeah.
or I could even be my namesake,
Joseph.
Joseph. Unfortunately, I was cast as an angel. Which is-
Not many blokes would be cast as a male. I wouldn't.
Actually, Gabriel, the famous angel, has a girl's name but is a man. But also, technically, the angels have no gender.
Whoa.
Stay woke.
And
So I was cast as an angel, which is,
which one?
I think no name,
Angel
just
number 4.
angel ensemble.
How
Which
many angels? Is
there was a lot. We sort of went
kind of
out
the bulk
on
role,
the
right?
altar. Yeah, it's
the
the
chorus.
it's the ensemble.
The
The
others.
chorus.
It's you're also the ones who have to like move the boxes and the other bits.
Yeah.
You're moving the innkeeper. That's a classic role. But yeah, obviously I was in the angel, and I don't know if you guys.
You what?
I was in the role of angel.
My guy in Gabriel.
And we obviously, I don't know when you guys performed. I felt you guys did yours at assembly.
Nah, we did
That's
ours
in
on like a
church.
night time. It was like
Yeah.
a presser.
Okay. That's everyone's
Yeah.
done that. Okay. So we got the call. I think it was Christmas Eve. We were doing the nativity before the big mass,
As if
which
you're
is a
still
pretty
at
big
school.
time slot to get.
Yeah.
Christmas
Especially
Eve.
because you finished school 3 weeks earlier than that.
Yeah. I'm coming back to reprise my role as angel.
Oh,
And-
prime time.
You're a priest.
So I get there, right?
You're a
Absolutely.
priest.
I get there. I'm wearing my robe, wearing my halo. I'm fucking living it up. I
Nothing
go
over
down there. I go down there, and then we do the play. It's great. The parents are loving it. We nail it.
It's a big crowd pleaser for the
We
parents,
nail it.
isn't
Jesus is born in the manger. Wayne the manger plays Tears.
Oh.
And we head back to the green room after. The angels are fucking... We've done it.
Beers,
Head-
champagne showers.
Yeah, head back to fucking party in the green room, right?
The next show
The
is
green
on
room is...
Broadway.
You know at church there's the bit where the babies go to cry?
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
silent room. Anyway, we were in there, right? And I was fucking on a high from performing. A high that I've been chasing ever since.
It's fun.
And we get there, everyone's just absolutely going nuts, right? And then everyone starts to get back into their normal clothes, which was a bit awkward
Did you not have?
because I
other
was
than-
only wearing my jocks under my robe. I know.
It
And I
sounds like a Riley
I need
move.
to get out of here now.
Wait, so everyone else underneath was wearing
Normal
skivvies.
clothes, yeah. I did not get the memo about returning the robe.
So they all had
Wait, so you have to
clothes
give
on.
back the robe?
Yeah, well, not your robe. It's the church.
So everyone else had clothes, and then they put the costume
Yeah,
over the
which,
top,
quite frankly,
and you've just
is not in character.
and you've just gone.
Oh, that's weird. I don't remember the angel wearing a Star Wars t-shirt. I do remember him wearing orange Bob the Builder undies, which is what I was wearing. Which in hindsight, you could probably see through the robe. They were very bright.
It's a G-string.
They were very bright, but they were also quite flattering. So I'm
It's a
there,
well-endowed baby,
I
alright?
am freaking out because I'm wearing this robe, and everyone else is no longer sort of wearing their robes.
So you
So
just
I just got to Mum, like, Mum, we need it. Because at this point, the parents sort of come in. I was
yeah.
like, Mum, we need to get out of here. I cannot be seen wearing my...
And Mum's aware of the situation,
Yeah.
eh?
Did you tell her?
And honestly, it's a scary place to be only wearing your jocks as a young boy.
Father's walking around the room
yeah.
mysteriously.
Yeah.
far.
So I'm able to hook it out of there, head home, return the robe another time.
Yeah,
To
right.
see you another day.
So you sort of pinched the robe.
Yeah, we actually probably kept it for I remember having it for ages. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
And the
next-
halo.
it was the
Probably didn't need to
next
keep the
kid,
halo, but it was good to wear. But yeah, that was so scary.
Oh goodness gracious!
that
Just
would
because
be
you know when you're a
scary.
kid where you're like, you're in that
What's the
situation,
worst thing?
and
to
I'm
go?
like, oh, the robe needs to come up. I'm like, I don't have a choice. A random adult is gonna take this robe off me, and I'll be revealed in all my glory.
Alrighty, boys, time for a little bit of news on the MacPack podcast. We're getting pretty familiar with bringing the world a few updates.
Yep.
They're very much hand selected. You tune into Channel 7, Channel 9, you get it all.
Yeah.
We do all
We do our
that.
own
We
thing.
do all of that busy work. We sift through all of it, and we bring you one story, generally a month, and work
Yeah,
out
and it's a good one. It's the best one.
the ones that you want to know about, right?
Yeah. Jake is trolling the 9 MSN page
Yeah.
constantly, refreshing instant.
This week we've got news from none other than Australia's bad boy, a man we've mentioned before, Mr. Nick Kyrgios.
What's that troublemaker up to?
And it comes at a relevant time.
Friend of the show.
Australian Open obviously started January, so he's already in the news headlines. He's just announced that he won't be playing this year at the Australian Open. He's not listed as a player, but he is listed as a commentator.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Which I find pretty...
Baffling.
Yeah.
It'll be like when Roy Kent does his...
Yeah.
Yeah, the commentary, just riffing into
They're
people.
gonna... The haters of Nick Kyrgios are gonna...
It might be
shred him
good.
even more.
Nah.
Might be
'cause-
good.
You know what? The one thing that the haters love to do about Nick Kyrgios is they love to hate. They're going to be tuning in to hear what they can say. They'll be tweeting about it.
It'll be good. I think he'll be able to give a bit of an insight. The thing with Nick Kyrgios is he seems to be quite a misunderstood man. I'm a big fan of him myself. I think this might give him the opportunity to sort of let everyone know exactly what's going on. The part that I wanted to tell you most importantly, and it also sort of stems into this, is that Nick Kyrgios has officially joined OnlyFans.
Finally!
So that news came late last week. Essentially, what's going on is he's built a little OnlyFans account.
Yep.
He's come out, OnlyFans account for those playing along. If you're not aware, it's usually
Interesting pause.
there's usually one more.
He's come out
Sorry.
with an OnlyFans.
For those who are unaware, OnlyFans is generally like a lot of raunchy content.
Yep.
A lot of people who are on there are sharing explicit content, right?
Behind a paywall.
For a monthly fee. Nick Kyrgios has come out and said that he won't be doing that, especially not off the top. It's more maybe if
Depends
the
how the subs go.
yeah, see how that career ends up. But what he's basically doing is sharing tips and tricks about tennis. There's going to be tennis balls involved. There's going to be hitting of balls. There's going to be a little bit of
A lot of ball play.
what is going on with his life, which is more looking at like what's going on in between the ears of N Kyrgios.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little bit more like a personal diary that you can follow along with.
It's almost like he's using the Patreon
Yes.
model on OnlyFans.
That's a
which
great-
I think is what eventually it was meant to be as.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't originally like a...
OnlyFans.
Yeah, it wasn't a sexy website. It was meant to be like for artists to...
So their fans can go on and
Yeah, you can
support
pay
him.
for premium content.
There you go.
And that's what people do.
And people took it
And the
one
people
step
pay.
too far.
He shared that news on Instagram, and over 160,000 people went on, liked the announcement.
Yeah, well, that's great because if he did do, Nick Kyrgios is doing a Patreon, it's just like,
Good
bit
on
of a
you,
money
mate.
grab, whatever. But
Yeah.
if it's Nick Kyrgios is on OnlyFans, now that's a story.
That pulls the
Now
headlines
that
in.
gets talked about on the MacPack podcast.
It might pull the headlines in, but it doesn't necessarily pull in the subscribers. Apparently, he's put a handful of posts up on his OnlyFans account,
Yep.
which is actually free as well. So I think you can go on and just have a right geese. So we might be doing that in between the breaks. Of those posts that he shared, only 20 to 50 likes seem to be popping up on the respective posts. So not many people have actually done the old...
Do you need to make
Call
an
to
account
action.
to like it though? Because I feel like people would be
Potentially.
hesitant to.
Well, you'd know all about OnlyFans. Why don't you give us
Well, I'm a creator, so it's a bit different.
give us the goss. But yeah, that's essentially where Nick Kyrgios is at. So he won't be playing in the Australian Open. He'll be doing his OnlyFans stuff instead. And it's not currently about, it's not currently in a sexual nature. I think that's the key. I think we need to keep addressing the fact that it's not currently, that's not the insight we're getting. Apparently there's going to be stuff with his girlfriend on there. So he's already mentioned that, which is, the door is ajar.
yeah,
the door is,
Yeah.
he's hinting.
Nearing.
It's
Yeah.
getting there.
If
It's a soft
if he
launch.
did,
I don't know if you can, just for the moment,
Okay.
it might get a little bit.
Might be a hard launch. So.
if he did just go on and go, I'm doing the OnlyFans, and just you go on there, first piece just full frontal. Like, how many subs do you reckon he would have got?
Oh, that'd be a fair, especially if it was free. Like people, like just like 8-year-old
Just
kids,
his
just like,
iCloud.
whoa, that is not a racket. That is, there's some balls, but that is not a racket. there.
Imagine all the haters then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nothing to hate on.
but you reckon it would be popular?
I think we're gonna
Fuck
find
yeah.
out. It's definitely one we're gonna have to monitor.
Interesting. Well, okay, so obviously there's a lot of Aussie lads in sport.
There is.
Who do you reckon would have the most successful OnlyFans?
Oh, if someone,
Yeah,
Is
if
that
they
what
were
they do
to fully
themselves?
commit.
right, I like it. Probably in this current state, you'd imagine like a Bailey Smith would garner quite a few. He's got the most. I think he's got the most AFL
the
of
highest
the
following.
AFL players. Yeah, he's got the highest following. I think Nick Dacos is pretty close to second. Buddy Franklin.
Yeah.
Buddy,
Don't they have
Buddy
the same
Franklin was
manager?
up there for a while. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Good man.
He must be making a little bit
Yeah.
of bank himself. But yeah, I think Baz Lenk would be a sneaky chance.
Yes, a sneaky chance. Fuck yeah.
Who else? I think even like a Jack Ginnivan because
Oh,
like
Guinea would love it.
It would
we've
be-
seen that's the
Absolutely.
thing. We've seen him like in like PG circles do some stuff that he's been in strife for.
Yeah.
He's very big on a post, receive a lot of criticism and then delete.
Yeah.
And I think
That's what his whole Instagram is now. There's like nothing.
yeah,
on
it's
there.
just blank feed.
And even you had the guy whose shirt came off.
Oh
I forget
yeah.
his name, but like just honestly, if good they get played pretty well, but you know, if you wanted to make some bank,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, his Instagram followers went up sporadically.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of them retire young, so they
yeah,
need
still
cash
enjoying
in the
more.
latter life.
Yeah.
There you go. So who would your man be?
Brian Taylor.
Oh, the bristle.
Oh.
The big burly bris.
As long as he commentates afterwards.
It's got to be videos, and he's got to call.
Boy, oh boy.
He's got to call what's going on.
Yeah, don't mind that. That's quite an image we're
A bit
doctoring
of
up there.
naked roaming.
Yeah, talking to the mic. Yeah,
Oh
some,
my God.
some hectic stuff. Who would be
Yeah.
terrible if you could pick someone? Okay, we already picked our best. Now
Yeah.
pick your worst. Let's keep it male because I feel like if we delve into the female stuff, there's a fair
Yeah,
chance this might be the
obviously.
last.
Yeah,
to-
the last
to-
podcast.
Yeah. But
The
yeah,
worst male.
worst male that you could see on
It's
it.
gonna be like a lawn bowls player.
Yeah, or not necessarily like an athlete. I think anyone. One's come to mind. I'll tell you boys in the break because I'm a little bit nervous to say it on air. It is in the tennis field, but we'll leave it at that. What I'm thinking, blokes who would like.
Wait, who would be like it would just like make you like not like the person, or would just be like disgusting to look at?
Like no one would subscribe. Like they could go on there, but it would be quite a vile image to be doctoring up.
That would be so rough too. If you're like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and then it just doesn't go well.
Yeah, if you're in such like a high standpoint in the media, who don't people like?
I reckon.
don't know.
Who the man? What's his name? Basil.
Oh, Basil
Basil
Zempilas.
Zempilas.
I think there'd be a fair few people who want to see if the nose is longer than the the schnoz's longer than the schlong. I think someone who I would pay to see, but I don't think many people would pay to see, is Mr. Carl Stefanovic. I'd love to see a bit of Carlos.
Oh.
Bit of big girthy belly Carl getting up there.
Oh my gosh.
Even like Merv Hughes with the moustache.
No, he is, yeah.
Just a
A lot
real
of just Aussie lads.
big
We should do a
weighty,
calendar.
big weighty boys.
We should do one of them calendars.
Yeah, there you go.
A full frontal calendar.
You got one?
I mean, like it would just be sad if like Dennis Cometti.
Oh
What
yeah,
about it?
like yeah. If you got
You're
like
an age,
a Bruce McAvaney on there,
Yeah, it would just
yeah,
be
hey
like
guys, I'm
poor bro.
just
trying to fit in with the kids.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing now.
just a dishevelled little. Anyway. Alrighty, boys. Riley boy, you told me before we got on air tonight that you had a little bit of a run-in earlier this week.
Yes, happened last night, boys. Saturday night
Oh,
it
no.
was. Good friend of the show, owner of a MacPack tea, Georgia, 21st birthday.
Shout out to George.
Fantastic.
Good times. Can't go wrong with the 21st. Cowboy themed.
Oh, great theme.
Can't go wrong, right?
Good.
So the party finished up. Well, it went till 5 a.m., but I left it around.
It
11
went till
p.m.
5 a.m. As in that was on the invite?
Yeah. 6
Wow.
p.m. till 5 a.m.
11 hours.
I know, right?
That's a heaver.
I wonder if anyone stayed that late, because when I was there, it wasn't.
That's usually like the kick on.
Yeah.
Rate it though. Rate that you'd like inviting people just to do the full bump.
Imagine if
Yeah.
like one,
Sorry guys, everyone needs to be out by 5.
So like,
Is that all good?
but then if you do the whole till 5 thing, right? What if one person stays? And they're like, well, no, you.
You said it was on the invite. Yeah.
Well, what
My
happened
ride's coming at 5:15.
during my 21st?
Yeah.
It seemed to go on for ages, and I was pretty unaware of it at the time. But it got past midnight, and then Mum and Dad were like, "Okay, well, we're gonna go to bed." And I was like, "Yeah, no worries." I thought it was pretty early. It was like 1:30 when they went to bed, and we were all sitting out the front lawn of the old place, and then still like a lot of people there, still like 20, 30 people there, and everyone was sort of like still chipper. Everyone's having a bit of a laugh, carrying on.
Yeah.
And then people started to leave, and I was like, "Oh shit, man! Everyone's like finishing up." And then someone goes, "Yeah, man, it is 2:30 in the morning," and like it only dawned on me at that point that it was that early.
All right.
Love that. It is awkward
been
when
having
you
that
want
much
them to
fun.
leave though.
Yeah.
So I'd go, all right, let's back it up.
But anyway,
That's good.
I dodged all those balls because I left it around 11, right? But I was chatting to this girl at the party. We were just having a good catch up. Haven't really spoke to her since school. And we were just, chatting to each other, chatting next to the drinks table.
Good spot.
And then I saw a little movement in the bottom right-hand corner of my
no.
eye. It was a roach. A
cockroach.
cockroach.
Of the cock variety.
And it started going, and it was huge, right? And we
Mm.
were in this chat, and I was kind of like, I just saw it, and I was like, fuck it, I've got to murder this thing. But it started to run, so I like went chasing after it and then stomped it dead, right?
Mid chat.
Yeah, and then everyone was kind of like looking at me because I was just like stomping this roach, right? Anyway, but then I was like, okay, roach, dead. Happy to move on with the rest of the evening. Dropped my mates home,
She said that was my pet.
drove home. It's 12 o'clock, had work at 9, got here at like 12:15.
Yeah.
And then the cat, for some reason, was being really cuddly last night. As soon as I walked in the door, I was just keen for cuddles, which is like very rare for our cat.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gives a little bit of a social bug.
Yeah, it like usually avoids you. But this, like last night, it was just like it was just walking next to me and like rubbing against me and I was standing in the kitchen. So I was like, I'll spend some time with the cat. It's not usually in this mood.
Yeah.
So I spent like half an hour, 40 minutes just in the kitchen, like petting the cat.
Yeah.
Sounds like the start of a bad film.
Just like sitting on the floor. And then I was like, all right, fuck, I'm tired. Got work in the morning. Got to go to bed like right now. So I go in, like when it's late at night, you just like go in, you do your routine, you just drop my phone, drop my water bottle, put my phone on charge.
Have a 45-minute shower.
Took my shirt off, like threw it in my washing basket.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Very intricate detailing.
now I'll
It's riveting.
Now I'll walk over. I'll walk over to my cupboard to
The cupboard.
put my keys away, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
And as I like get to my cupboard handle, which is like the handle is like I'm touching it.
Okay, and then you're turning.
And the handle is
Left
like,
or right? Do you go
the
anti?
handle's like essentially on my belly button. That's how close I am to the door, right? And then I look up, and there's a cockroach millimeters from my eye.
Oh,
right?
how?
Well,
on the
on the
door.
door.
On the door. And I'm like,
Logged in.
I look at it, and like
That was my pet.
my eyes focus on it, and I'm like, holy fuck, that's a cockroach. And I despise cockroaches. Like, they're like my biggest fear.
Real.
There's one in the house.
I fucking
EVG's thinking about it.
I fucking hate them. Anyway, but do you know what I only experienced once in my life? I've only experienced one flying cockroach. It was when we were doing the podcast last year outside around New Year's.
That was big as well. That was like a bird.
All the flying ones are, right? Anyway, so I like immediately saw this, took a step back, thinking, all right, now I just need to grab a shoe and kill it. But as I was taking the step back, bro took flight and started coming straight at me, like to my fucking noggin, right? So I turned as fast as I could and then ran out my door. And then like as I was turning around, I saw it fly behind my bedroom door as I was like closing it, quickly slipped my Air Force off, and then like
Shout out.
stand there like, right,
Yeah, my Nike Air Force.
compose myself. I know it's behind the door, but I know it can take flight, so I need to be like prepared to like, catch this thing in air and like smack it down and then finish the job on the ground. Anyway, so then I like hump myself up, and like the door's not fully shut, but it's just like half shut because I know it's behind it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then I jump in, turn around, open the door, and it's not there.
Gonski.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Anyway, so I spent the next 1 hour and a half searching for this cockroach
In your
my
room.
I flipped every single item upside down. Woke up mum and dad as well because of how much shit I was flipping over. Flipped my chair, flipped my monitor, flipped my keyboard, checked in all my drawers, checked under my mattress, under the bed, through all the curtains.
No way to be saying.
Fucking, I have no idea where this cunt
Oh,
is.
it's still, you haven't found it?
And then I woke up dad like an hour in because they were like, what the fuck? What's all that banging? Like they thought.
Yeah,
like
you would have
someone
been
was getting-
super discreet. I know you well. You would have been. I'm
And there was
surprised I
like,
couldn't hear
after
from where I
an hour
live.
and a half, and I was like, fuck, I want to go to sleep. I got work in the morning. I started to get a bit vocal with it. I was like, what the fuck is this cunt? And then so I like walked to mum and dad's room because I heard them like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? And I was like, sorry, and just like, and I had a head torch on. Because I was getting in all the crevices. Mortine in left hand, Air Force in right hand.
And the fucking head.
And my head torch
Oh
on.
my god, this boy's going caving.
And then I went and got dad, and I was like, Dad, like there's a spinny cockroach in my room. I've been
Should we go to the
searching
mine,
for it
Dad?
for like over an hour. And he was like, for fuck's sake. He was like, well, it's in there somewhere. And then he came in and looked for like 15 minutes, and he was like, don't know where it is, just go to sleep. And I was like, see, that's the issue, Frankie.
can't.
How am I going to be able to sleep? And I just kept looking, and I just couldn't find it.
You never found it.
No. So I don't
That
know
is
where
scary.
it is.
Did
And
you
it
end up
can
going to
fly.
sleep?
Yeah, I did.
How?
I don't know. Or I
Exhaustion.
just like yeah, exhaustion, super scared.
Well,
But what baffles me is like it like ruined my night.
yeah.
Like I was having such a fun night, and then it was just like
Well, you did kill one.
everyone else was like
earlier.
still at the party drinking with all of my friends,
Yeah,
or
you
they're
could've
all
stayed
at
till
home
5.
sleeping, and I'm like, I'm here with the fucking head torch on, morphine in left, Air Force in one, like.
Who's the real winner?
But then what is crazy to me is like some people just wouldn't care. It'd be like a fly in the room.
Well, that's what I feel about. I really hate cockroaches, same as you. Mainly when they're in. When you were talking before, I was gonna say I hate a cockroach if it's in a place if they're outside, whatever, it's not as bad. But if they're in a place where they shouldn't be, because you know if it gets out of your sight,
Where is it?
then who knows?
Exactly. And it's in my bedroom, and my bedroom is so clean. I haven't had food in that room since we moved in 5 years
Oh,
ago.
okay, you don't eat a muffin in there.
But like my room is like spotless,
Yeah, it is.
Except for the giant roach.
and there's a fucking roach.
Surprised, yeah. It's not under your bed or anything.
No.
It probably got out
I
through the
looked
same
everywhere.
crack that it came in.
Well, that's the thing, but it took flight, and I swear to God,
Did it
it
go
went
up the
behind
air
the
vent?
door. That was my diagnosis. It went up the air vent.
There you
Smart
go.
guy.
So I sprayed the fuck out of morphine up there.
Oh, that'd be good when the aircon comes
Yeah,
back
that was
on.
good coming straight to my
Yeah,
room.
you won't have any issues sleeping when that thing
I woke
turns
up and I vomited.
But it like
It coughed up blood.
like it's like the bane of Australian summers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
the roach.
Cockroach.
I do think that. I was like, the weather's getting grey, and it's like, the fear's coming back.
I've never really thought about it until this summer. I've had a fair few at mine, which is for the first time ever.
And
I was telling you about them the other day.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
apparently, it's like if you see one, that means there's
So,
like 50 that you can't see around. That's like the ratio of.
yeah, that's fucked. I've seen heaps and heaps and heaps. I got home. I think it must have been the last time we recorded. I got home from here, and there was one on the wall. Took a ping at it, missed, and it went underneath into a spare bathroom.
Yeah.
And then I'm in that room.
So you're getting that remodeled.
So I walked in there, and now I'm like on the hunt. It's a black roach. It's a white room. I was like, man, I'm a chance here. Got my thong in my hand, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What's on you?
That's dong, 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 dong.
I'm in the. What are you doing? You're doing jingles.
The thong song.
Never heard it.
That's a good one.
I'm in the bathroom. I'm trying to find this thing. Couldn't find it anywhere. I'm looking everywhere. Couldn't find it. I leave the room to look into a different room. I think maybe it's crawled into a different room, and while I've been going to get my thong, get fitted for my thong, and then I've come back, still can't find this thing, and then the cheeky, arrogant bastard hangs a little antenna off the top of the door.
Oh, an antennae.
And so I'd scoured the entire room, couldn't find him. And it was because he was on the actual top of the door,
See, I checked even all mine.
like doing a bit of surfing, doing a bit of hanging.
Yeah.
And then he hung one. He hung one too
Right.
many, and it was the antenna.
Hung
and
out
I saw him, and I went, you know what?
You're fucked.
This is gonna be a real shame. And I'm not gonna try and I'm gonna play the human game. I've got the advantage. I've got one of these. Got one of these big brain.
An eyebrow.
I've got one of these big brain boxes, right?
Yeah, baby.
And so I've grabbed the door and slammed the door up against the wall. And this dude, he went from hanging one to just hanging, and he's smacked into the wall at a rapid rate or not. It's gone bang up against the wall, hit the deck, and then I've just gone to town with him on the floor. It's just me and him just beating the living fucking shit out of this bloke, right?
Yeah.
And he remains there. He's been there for 9 days.
That's a warning.
Yep.
We used to have
So
one.
that-
We had one in the hall for a while. That was there as a
Outside of
warning.
my door.
And you just got to leave him there as a warning to the rest of them. And I haven't seen one since. And I think it's because they saw what happened to Gary. And Gary he's not coming back. He's not coming to family lunch. He's certainly not coming to Christmas. But he's on the bottom of my bathroom floor.
They
I reckon that's the key.
Yeah. They're just so gross. And it's interesting because I don't mind spiders at all. I think spiders are fine.
I'm
I'll
not
scoop them
grossed
up,
by a
take them
spider.
out.
I got daddy long legs chilling in my fucking room.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
They're my boys.
Fucking what?
Yeah, but I don't know cockroach. And people were like, "Oh, I don't really mind them." Like, bro, if a cockroach
So I don't
touched
mind-
me, I think I would faint.
I personally don't mind
Because
them.
what are you
I
scared about? That's what I think.
I think they're gross.
Yeah, that's it.
I think it's just the gross factor. If they were, let's imagine they were
If
pink.
one was on me, that guy gave me shivers even thinking about
Well,
it.
you see like that celebrity get me out of here shit, and they put a poor person in a whole box, and they're like,
We
all
should
right,
do that
there's
next year.
There's 1,000.
Oh,
I don't think we meet the first word.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm.
But when you get
Cock.
when you get in there, I just don't understand that they put 1,000. They put 1,000
Million
roaches in
cockroaches.
there, and just like, yeah, deal with that. And you just got to shut your mouth. They don't know how to breathe and stuff.
Yeah, that's so gross. Yeah, I'd say if I was on that, I'd be like, get me out of here. I don't want to do it.
Well, there you go. We asked the people of Perth, do you have a squirmish aspect of your life where you dislike cockroaches? Basically, do you find cockroaches disgusting?
Gross.
Do they freak you out? We had 72% of people say yes. 28% of people said no, they do not. I must say, I probably sit in the... Like, I am not freaked out. I don't like them.
If one was on
I'm
you.
not inviting them round.
Yeah.
If one was on me, I'd be, a bit squeamish. But if I saw one running, like if I saw one running...
What if you saw one flying?
Yeah, the one that hit us last year was pretty terrifying. But I,
Flying as fuck.
if you rewatch the tape, the calmest man on that bench was me. I continued to talk. I was like, oh, we got a guest. I didn't
That was
panic.
And the worst thing about that
You
was
nearly like
we
quit
saw
the
it
podcast.
we saw him flying
Can't work
around.
under these conditions.
And I was like, oh, it's like a cool like hornet kind of, I don't know what it is. And then it lands and you're like,
Holy
oh, hello, old friend.
Yeah, Riley absolutely freaked.
Holy fuck.
If you can, do yourself a favor, run it back.
They're so
scary.
disgusting.
It's because mum hates them.
Yeah, it's an incest.
That's why we don't like it.
It's
But
an
I think
incestuous thing.
I got used to it because
No.
I mean, like,
Did you say...
in ancestry.
Yeah.
very different. Very just for those playing along at home, ancestral. That was all that was said. No, we were talking about insects and
As in,
Ancest.
yeah. But I think that's where it comes from. Mum's obviously a bit of
yeah, definitely.
bit of a
'Cause we're taught how to react.
scaredy cat, and I used to go to town on these. So I'm gonna leave
So
it.
rip the generations of McKennas to come.
Yeah. I mean,
Alrighty, boys, it's time for our favorite weekly segment. It's our only weekly segment. It's time for our everyday hero, Joe. Take it away and give us a quick update on how many you're up to, because I feel like I haven't done one in a while. I'm getting a bit nervous.
I've got 5. Riley's got 6. You've got 3.
So I was accurate.
Yeah.
I'll
And
bring a few.
got another one. That's right. This is coming in hot. Coming in
Nice.
from Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, just Friday actually. So I went down to Manuka Woodfire. Manuka Woodfire. It's a hip and up and coming restaurant in Freo.
Cashy.
And I was excited to try it out. And one thing I love about going to restaurants is you got the wait staff there. The wait staff can make or break your evening.
Okay.
And so we had a couple. I also kind of sometimes like that. Sometimes you get assigned a guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a bit of everyone.
Yeah.
And this was a bit of everyone's situation.
What do you
Like,
prefer?
I'm a one guy type.
One is nice because they sort of take you on the food journey.
Yeah.
Also because
You're their customer.
yeah, exactly. Also being vegetarian, it's nice to be like, this guy is aware that I am vegetarian. You know,
Yeah.
it's just good to know. It's good to everyone be on the same page about that.
It's not like they're force feeding you meat though. They bring you what you order.
Yeah, but you know,
They're not like, oh, I saw you order the salad, so I put a sausage in it.
Good hospo workers actually do like make an evening. Don't you think? Like when
Yeah.
you have a bit of like banter and when you leave and it's like, see you mate.
yeah,
And they're
Oh,
like,
I
catch you guys
I
later.
don't think I've ever done that.
I do.
Wow.
yeah,
No.
yeah. You have
When
a
you
really
leave,
good
they're like,
server.
catch you guys later, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah, when you're leaving, you're leaving, and obviously they
They're, like,
haven't
behind
just
the till or
seen you when
something.
you're leaving.
Yeah.
You go to pay someone else, and they catch you. Have a good one. This guy did that.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't
It
think I've
adds
ever.
so much to the night.
Where's doing that?
Happens at Riley's restaurant down Applecross.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
And like
That's pretty
basically
intimate
every
crew.
Italian
Yeah,
place.
trying to
many,
do
like,
that. Well, this guy was
not many
Italian.
pubs. Here we go.
Yeah, maybe that's my issue. I go to a lot of pubs.
Yeah. No one
So I
cares.
go
don't
like,
give a
come on,
shit.
mate, get out of here.
Yeah.
Last drinks.
Last drinks, guys, and all of you have a problem.
Put the chair down. Gary, put the chair
Yeah.
down.
And don't piss on the rug again. No, so this guy, obviously, yeah, he was an Italian. He was not No, it wasn't an Italian place, but he was an Italian waiter.
Oh, sexy.
Which is great, you know. He's coming in. He was talking to other people about Italy or something. They're asking where he's from.
Standard.
But there was a resemblance.
Do you have a crush on him?
Yeah.
There was
He got his
no,
OnlyFans.
no, when you understand what he did that made my evening.
Risty.
Yeah. Bit of dessert. He
Just put some cream on your cream cheese there, mate.
in his it started out he was just pretty standard. You guys want water? Some water?
Sparkling, sir.
No, so we got the tap. Obviously, tap is free. That's a life hack. Tap that on charge it. And then it was pretty normal. He was like, "Okay, cool, I'll get that for you." And then he puts it down, and then so we were sort of around the corner. We were sitting on the corner a bit. So to get around us, there was a bit of like, you're coming around the corner. There might be people walking around
What's
that.
a blind spot?
Yeah,
Right.
and it was a pretty. They pack a lot of tables into the restaurant. It's pretty popular, but pretty small. So there's a lot of like maneuvering around, right? And every time he had to like, he might be carrying something, and he might have to like move. You know, you're like gonna move a bit to get out of the way. So the classic like white person name when you do that is the oop. You know that? You know when you're walking, you get him a oop. So the one he was doing was very interesting. I've not heard before. It was very reminiscent of another famous Italian person, Mario. He was coming around, and every time he had to
Do an accent.
no, not an accent. No, this is even better. He was doing like the sound effect, like the whoa.
He's doing Mario Kart.
Whoop. Wow! Like, he was literally doing. Yeah, he was literally doing. And like, we heard him do it once, and he was like, "Whoa!" And he was just like,
Whoa.
and then me and Kira both look at each other like,
Someone playing Switch.
"Did you see that?" And then I was like, "Oh, interesting." And then just so much, just walking around the corner and whoop, wow, just going around the corner. Him and his guy almost walked into each other. Just so much. And then he went to pour us something. And as he was doing it, he was like, "Oh, sweet!" And like aside from this, he was just like
Normal.
completely regular. I don't know if it was like, maybe it was like a bit of like a tick thing or something. But I just loved it.
Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, and I
It's a
just
big
and
clan.
he had this like this great energy about him, and I was like, that's kind of what Mario would be like is in real life.
So you met Mario.
Yeah, he was just a great guy, and just this little bit, just this. And he always did it with a massive smile, yeah?
Oh, nice.
It was just this lovely bit of enthusiasm.
And
that-
so he's
yeah.
getting the hero for that, yeah? That.
But just bringing good energy, just bringing
Okay.
good vibes.
Yeah,
making a
cool.
smile.
No, I rate that. Go on the
Yeah.
extra.
Wahoo.
yeah.
Yeah, it was just...
All right. Good. If only we could shoot to him live right now. See him listening to this. He would be over the moon.
Yeah, it was just, yeah. I mean, it was something that I remember.
Yeah,
great.
There you go.
For a few weeks.
yeah. All right, we've done it in the past. Let's do it again. In December 10 next year, can someone message us and ask if Joe remembers the Mario guy that served him at the restaurant? No, that's good. That's good. Not your best, but it's still good. It's still good. It's getting half mark. This week's Everyday Hero is going to the Mario impersonating waiter for improving Joe's night and giving him, quote unquote, the memory of a lifetime. Alrighty, boys, we're going to finish up this week's episode of the podcast the same way that we finished a couple of weeks in a row now. It's becoming my favorite weekly segment. It is the MacPack Mailbag. It's time for the MacPack Mailbag. Last week we asked people of Perth, what's the worst gift that you've ever received at Christmas? And we were getting a bit short on time, so we actually didn't rip into this. But the mailbag, it was a bit of a stocking stuffer. There was still some stuff at the bottom of the mailbag, right? And there were some great answers that I saw after the fact. And one that I want to highlight is the one from Wondia.
Oh, yes.
She's been a fan of the pod for a long time. She gets involved quite frequently, and we love her for that. She said, in the answer to what is the worst gift you've ever received, she said, Ollie got me a $400 wetsuit to encourage me to surf. That's quite a nice thing.
That's
That's
good.
a lovely gift.
Don't know how this could go badly.
No.
Unless there was like a hole in the crotch or something. Spoiler, there isn't. Wore it once.
Ollie. My guy.
Well, that would be a bad gift. Imagine getting a wetsuit with like
crotchless
nipple,
wetsuit.
yeah, like nipple rings cut out. not
I'm
ideal.
imagining it now.
Like I'd wear it though.
That's not gully to do.
Yeah, bad for the shave.
Good for the show. Oh, I know. It's worse for the show.
You'd be on the board. You'd be nip on board.
This is a chaotic episode. Got me a $400 wetsuit to encourage me to surf. Wore it once, and she hasn't worn it since.
Oh, damn.
But coincidentally, it does fit him very well.
Yeah, that
So-
is handy
Oh.
dandy.
There you go. The crotchless chaps come in handy
Yeah.
once again. So yeah, so basically a present that's been purchased with a little bit of forward,
This is
It's too
forward,
big for you.
yeah,
Oh,
forward
no.
selling that it's going to fit you and you're going to utilize it. Has that ever happened to either of you?
Has anyone gotten me a gift that's actually for the person? I don't think so. I
No.
don't think so.
Nay.
No, I don't think so. But it is funny to watch. I find it. I think we've done it with Dad a few times. Get Dad a birthday
No, the
present
pool
or a
cover?
Christmas present, and it's like, well, this is something the family needs, and I guess you're part of the family. So.
Congrats.
Good, well done. Like those
We're all
sunbeds I bought for Christmas a couple years ago.
Yep.
I've never seen Dad lay on it. Have you?
No. I don't think it's too heavy.
Oh my god. Just
I'm almost too heavy for that.
just for some context, it's Dad's birthday on Tuesday, so
Yeah,
gotta
really
be-
bad.
I'm almost too
maybe
heavy
don't
for
put that in the card. That will probably just about do us for the bad gifts. But this week, we asked the people of Perth a handful of questions. Goodness gracious me, I've lost my train of thought. And
Awesome.
yeah, Max Lindsay firstly said, we'll just get this one out of the way.
Yeah.
Thinking of spoiling myself with a quality electric shaver.
Ooh.
I don't know if it'll be for Christmas. I just imagine it'll be for day-to-day use. Max Lindsay. Max Lindley. I will get one of the names right. But before we retire the podcast, I will read someone's name out accurately. But Max Lindley, 2001. He hasn't put the date of the month in there, but 2001 is what he's running with. What quality electric shaver would be recommending Max Lindley at this time of year?
Shout out Manscaped.
Shout out Manscaped. Not currently
Not
sponsored.
currently sponsoring, so I'm going to say wax.
Ooh.
Try waxing down there.
Oh,
Oh.
I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't recommend
Okay.
that. But yeah,
We
electric.
could get a wax sponsor.
Yeah, go for, go for it.
What do you want
man.
to wax, Joe?
Just the pubes.
Can you do that?
Can I wax them?
Yeah.
I think it'll hurt too much.
Yeah, so do I. So yeah,
But not with Manscaped.
Manscaped would probably be our best shout there. Jaden Maraska. This is last one. I'm going to finish with this. Jaden Maraska, he has hit us in the inbox regarding a little bit of question stories or ask for some advice. He's hit the MacPack Mailbag and gone, boys, need some advice.
Standard.
What is the appropriate budget for a Secret Santa gift amongst your mates? I've bought my Secret Santa gift for a friend. However, I'm not too sure whether I've paid too little or too much. So whatever you three sexy Collingwood supporters conclude will either make me look generous or like a tight ass. How much?
Surely the group decides before you do this.
We, in fact, did. So he
I
had
would
he
say
had a line. I don't know where he's gone with it, and I wonder who he has.
I'd say $50 max.
This is a friend of yours
Yeah.
for those playing along at home.
And we're all doing Secret Santa.
And how much? So I imagine, but it might not necessarily be for your group. It could be for a different group.
He doesn't have any.
Oh, nice. A little drive-by for
It
Marask.
would be. I think it was like $75.
That's an odd number.
So you can go between the 50 to 100 range.
Well, not to the 100, to the 75.
75.
No, it's like around 75.
Okay.
Right, yeah, it's a bit of a buffer, yeah.
So how much would you say? I feel like if that's what you've said,
Max
you're
you
paying-
could spend is 100. If you spent more than 100, you're just like.
You look like a flog.
but I like that. I like that you've done 75-ish. So anyone, basically to answer your question, if 75 is the line,
Yeah.
underneath, if 74 is cheap, 76 is
Yeah.
nice guy. That's how I'm reading the room.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
If that's your line, you're either hitting it or you're missing it.
But then you could also just get a really nice $50 gift.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you got to then add on. Then
You
go
gotta add
go
on.
grab a 6-pack
Yeah.
and add to it. Don't just get a $50 gift. That's nice. You know what else is a nice gift? paying like the amount that everyone else paid, getting a nice gift, and then something else.
Yeah, okay.
It's so
Interesting.
funny because every time we do Secret Santa,
And then if you get something that's like a little extra, like dent it.
oh,
Yeah, bring it down
every
to
time we do
75.
Secret Santa, the gifts tend to be like it'll be like a hoodie,
Yeah.
or like Cade got a shaver because he shaves a lot of hair, and like just like no one ever wears the stuff or uses the stuff.
Yeah, I would be buying clothes for a friend.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
would.
like what else are you gonna get? For 75.
Beer is really good.
And you
I've
can't
never.
be exchanging beers.
I think consumables are good.
Yeah,
Like chocolate, drinks.
yeah, shit that you're gonna buy anyway. I think beer. If anyone ever wants to buy me a gift, buy me beer. I'm gonna buy it myself anyway.
And if you're getting me a gift, I really like Criterion Blu-rays.
Like it's too hard to buy gifts, and people go gift cards, and that's just we don't need to get into that again. But
It's the wrong route.
I think that if it's
but you could buy me that if you want.
if it's a Secret Santa
Oh,
and
right.
it's like, you know, sometimes they do it and it's like a random thing. You don't know who you buy it for.
Ooh.
Make the limit like $20. No one is ever gonna like one of those gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
no, that's a good shout.
And buy a box of favorites.
And the worst is when you're doing it at work. You do like a work Kris Kringle, and you're like, oh, I've got fucking this chick from accounts who I've never spoken to.
See,
We
I
lo-
reckon Moz has gone way overs. I reckon he's in the 100 to 200 range.
Wow.
Because he
Jesus.
bought Kobe a like, it was like a $200 to $300 bottle of whiskey for his birthday. Like, it was insanely like, what?
Jeez. Receipt on that?
And I
one?
was like, I messaged him before. I was like, you want to split a carton of beer with me?
And he's like, oh yeah, we
He was
both
like-
getting on?
He was like, nah, I'm just going to go myself. And then he came to the fucking thing with like a nice box of like this very rare whiskey.
Yeah.
Might be a bit of a secret relationship going on there, then.
But yeah. Fuck. I don't
Last year we did a Secret
know. So
Santa.
I hope he has me.
Last year we did a Secret Santa at work, and it was one of those like, what's it called? Like swap. So everyone just brings in random stuff for no one. Then you swap them. But there are a few inappropriate gifts, including condoms. We are not doing Secret Santa this year at work. It is not being organised.
Just a quick one. That's really funny. But also, you mentioned that exact story last week.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Well, I brought the gift in, and no one liked it.
He
You
brought
bought the
condoms.
condoms.
No,
Oh.
obviously not. I said that last week. Well,
So-
we were talking about bad gifts, right?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Moz has spent $120.
It's too much.
Too much.
It's
It's
almost
Because
double.
then you look like a bit of a stain.
Yeah.
It's like when
you've
Michael
almost
Scott gets
doubled
the
it.
iPod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're trying to be a hero. Don't be a hero, Moz. Break it. Whatever it is.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're
dent it up.
you know,
Dent it
I
up.
mean, the only
What do you reckon
reason
it is?
I
Two
don't-
50s and a 20.
Goodness gracious me. Alrighty, boys. That'll just about do us on this week's episode of the MacPack Podcast until we do this time. Oh, also, we were on radio last week, remember?
Oh, yeah.
That went really well. We
Forgot to talk about it.
yeah, we just didn't mention it. But no, it went well. And we were, again, it's tough to do the forward, so we haven't done
already
Wednesday's app. But then we're going to be, when this comes, basically, we haven't been back in the studio.
But people can listen to it. Link in bio. They can listen to the
Only
recording.
for 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
Because the next
Oh,
day's show goes on.
No, I don't think that's accurate.
No, 'cause it had the date on it.
Yeah, I think you can go back and listen. If you wanted to, if you're that if you're that desperate to listen, it was pretty good. It was good fun. I really enjoyed it. We're
Yeah,
back
yeah.
again this Wednesday. We're back. There's a reason you're not in there. We're back in again on this Wednesday and maybe next week. But check the socials if you want to be updated on when we're on it. Yeah, check the socials. Boys, till we do this time next week. Stay safe, stay blessed. Always remember to
Go give me mama.
It's ciao for now, but not forever.